I have your attention. Welcome back. So in today's video we're going to look at Countif and Countifs in Microsoft Excel or any spreadsheet that you may be using. And what we are calling Countif, this is a function that you normally use in Microsoft Excel when you want to count the number of cells within a given range that are going to meet specific condition. Maybe you have, like I have data here. Maybe you have some data that you want to count the number of, maybe you want to count the number of boys. Maybe I have my data here. When you want to count the number of boys or girls on the gender list, you can use the count if you are not checking for one condition, whether a boy is, whether the gender is a male or is a boy or a girl. Then we also have what we call the count ifs. And the count ifs condition, these are going to check more than one condition. We come back to the data that we have here. For example, if you want to check if a boy belongs to either Form 1 or a girl belongs to Form 4, so you're going to check those two conditions. You're going to check the grade and also you're going to check also the gender. So when you have more than two conditions, you use count ifs. So you're going to count the cells that meet those conditions. Without wasting much of your time, we are going to start with the count if. So you're going to click on the cell where you want to put your formula, and then we said when you're writing the Excel formula, you start with an equal sign, then you write the function that you want to use. For our case, you're using count if into bracket. Then you are going to select the cell. Remember, we are the range, the cell range, so from this point, that is C2 up to the last cell that you have, that is C11. So all those cells or the cell range, and then you're going to put a comma here, and you're going to put into quote what you want to count. So you say, and then you close the quote. For a case we want to count the boys, so you're going to click OK once you are done with that, and then you're going to see that this one is going to count the boys. We can do the same for the girls, so you're going to say equals, then you're going to write count if, then we want to count the girls, so you're going to click on this cell, so the cell range up to the last cell that we have here, and then we are going to put a comma, then into quote we are going to say girl, because we want to count the girls. Then we are going to press enter on the keyboard, so that that one is okay, so it's going to count for you. So with that one, we have done what we call the count ifs. We can go to count ifs. So this one is boys, this one is girls. So we can come to count if, and then you're going to count the number of boys that have over 250 marks. So we can count here. So this one you're counting a number of boys using the count ifs where you have more than one condition. So this one you are looking for boys with over 250 marks. So you have the first condition will be looking for the boys, and then the second condition you will be looking for those people with over 250 marks. And we are going to come here, and you're going to write equals like we said, then you're going to write count ifs. Then we are going to check the first condition, which is on this range, so this point to this point, sorry for that, it should be that one, up to the last cell on that cell range. Then we are checking for boys, then we put a comma so that you can put the second condition. Then we can come to the marks, and the marks you're going to find them under this J2, that is cell range J2 up to J11, and then you're going to put a comma, and then you're going to put greater than 250, and then we are going to close this one, and then we say okay. So this one you can put into quote so that it works properly. Yes, so you're going to see that those boys that have over 256 marks are 6 boys. So all the boys, meaning that all the boys have over 256 marks. And we can check this one. You can look at those boys that have over 300 so that you can confirm if the formula is okay. And you're going to see that only 3 boys are who have over 250 marks. So to go through what we have done today, or what we have covered, we have said that we are going to look at the Countif formula or function in Microsoft Excel and another spreadsheet, and also we are going to look at Countifs. And these two functions are used to calculate or to calculate the number of cells. So it's going to count the number of cells that meets a given criteria. And the first one with the Countif, you only check for word codation, while the second one you are checking more than one codation. Then when it comes to practical application, if you want to calculate the number of boys and the number of girls, we are going to write a formula like this one. You say Countif, then you're checking the cell range that you want to work with, and then you're going to put the codation should be boys. Same case with the girls. Then if you want to work with Countifs, remember we've said it's going to count more than one codation. So you're going to come here, you write Countifs, then the first codation, then you put the second codation, and also you can add even the third codation. You can add as many codations as possible. That is all for today. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for your time.